Welcome. Welcome, one and all. I think we're ready to start. We're starting a little late today. I do apologize, although, I want to make sure that everything is hunky-dory. Oh, forgot one more thing. Alright. Just double checking. Making sure that I'm far enough away from the mic you can understand me. Because sometimes I believe I come in muffled, and I don't know if it's connection or you just can't hear me. So I gotta be like really close. Hopefully it's better for you. At least the audio quality. You gotta let me know. So last time we left off, we are on the Archer. We are on Leyon, and we are working on getting those traps squared away. And it's probably really dark because I was playing earlier on my Spellblade. Let's go ahead and turn up the brightness for everybody. There we go. Alright, now you can see. This game is incredibly dark, but, I try to play at the recommended settings when I'm playing by myself. And if you're just tuning in or seeing this game for the first time, it is called Monsters and Memories. It is a classically inspired MMORPG based off of old school titans like EverQuest. Something that I played back in the day when I was a teenager. Although I remember trolling people on that game mostly. Those were my fondest memories. My apologies if any of you out there who have played this game ran into me when I was like 12. No, like 14 or 15. Apologies for that tomfoolery. Basically what would happen is I would wipe the entire, or try to mainly happened in Blackburrow, and I would go all the way down to the bottom of the dungeon, tag a mob, and then just run all the way up. And when you do that, the mobs are written in such a way that they'll ask help from the other mobs, or if the other mob witnesses it being attacked, they'll join in, much like this game. Sorry, I lost I have my laptop here and I'm trying to get this set up. I mean, I don't know why I lost it. I thought I was ready to jump right in, but apparently not. So we have already started anyways, and you're just gonna see me try to get a handle on my stream here so I can see it. Make sure I have the bitrate up, and that's really about it. Okay. Alright, yeah, that should be good. Alright, so we had to leave Phalendrill because I couldn't find a tinkerer, and I did it kind of on a whim. I mean, I wasn't really planning on doing that stream. But I did. And I got someone to bind me here. So that was one issue taken care of. Plus, since we're going to be out here, and since I did find it, I kind of want to test it. Anyways, alright, so I was telling you about the Blackburrow. So basically, the mobs would call for reinforcements, and so what would happen is if you just went all the way up and just kind of sat there at the entrance, that mob, every mob it would tag, would start beelining it for me, right? And I'm sitting at the top. But because how aggro worked, they would all fall in line, and this is what's called the train. And so, because of how aggro worked, you could just be sitting there, minding your own business, and if you're attacking a gnoll, one of the other gnolls that are on the train could aggro off of you and then just hit you and start attacking you. And that can be very problematic because there's more than just like one level in that entire zone. And it's compounded, and it got compounded how long that train was. So how many mobs are following me up to the top. And so you can imagine what type of chaos that would bring. Because all you would see in chat is people warning other people about a train. I still find that a little bit funny that I did that. Just a little bit, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I do. That might happen in this game. I don't know. I don't think I'll put it on stream. And certainly not during the beta. But if they give me an opportunity, I'm gonna take it. So we're just heading back to the city. I think I just got tired yesterday, and it's probably gonna be a shorter stream today too. And I just wanted to log off right there, so I did. Played with the Spellblade this morning, and I'm enjoying it. It's not too different from what we had before. I will say the damage is a bit more consistent. And so right now at like level 4, I'm kind of burning through mobs at a very quick rate. At least if they're a lower level. And then some elementalists decided to give me Lava Shield, and that it's a level 35 spell on a level 4. So I started grinding out yellow mobs, yellow cons. And that was fun. Must be nice to be one of those classes that can just buff people. I do have an elementalist, but I'm like, I don't really want to pursue the classes until they've been passed over at least once by the devs. So like Archer I'm really enjoying. Spellblade I like it. Discovered a few new things. I discovered actually how to well, not sharpen, but turn a rusty weapon into a tarnished weapon, and it's a trivial task, so you don't lose your weapon anymore, although you don't get any experience. And we were joined by my lovely wife in chat today before, and I forgot to text her before I started. Sorry about that. I think it's I was just running late. No. Anyways. I meant to do that, but Monsters and Memories. And I will say this every time I play this game, the ambience in this game, the immersion, really sells it for me, because it's these quiet moments when you're just running through the zone and you're not really doing anything. But when you're not streaming and you don't have people looking over your shoulder, I mean, the game is very relaxing. I will say that the game does seem to still favor faster weapons. Especially if you're dual wielding, so like going with like short swords might be better for my archer, because this is what I found out on my spellblade. Yeah, you just it seems like you do a lot more damage with the shorter weapon attack speed, just overall. So a weapon upgrade is in order. We'll try to get a bronze short sword if we can. I'm just digging through my inventory, just kind of trying to figure out what I want to do with it. Okay. So we gotta... There we go. Can we grind this? What do we do that? What if we do one at a time? Am I missing something? Okay, let's do this. What is it? There we go. Okay, now we can grind, right? Okay. There we go. Okay. Anything else? Ooh, bone ash. Oh. Hey, we got another use for bone chips. So one of the reasons why I picked up alchemy is, yeah, you can buff yourself much like the brittle sharpening stones. And it's not like anything to scoff at. I mean, it gives you 2+ strength for an hour. So too does the, I think the elixir or whatever the buff is. I think I read it as an hour. Really quick. Okay. Let's take a look at the bank. So the bank doesn't have anything here. It's not a universal bank, meaning like the stuff I have stored in Phelan Drill doesn't transfer automatically over to Night Harbor. It used to, I think, and then they changed that, which is fine. Like I mean, I'm fine with that, but it's just. It's more immersive, I get it. You know, all of your actions have consequences, so if you're gonna store items there, so like all my copper, I can't really do anything with it. But we can do, at least for right now, what do we got that we can sell? Can't put it in a pouch. Can we put it in a satchel? We can put it in the satchel. Okay. Now we got cloth scraps. I mean, that's pretty good. What we have. Take a look and see how much it's going to set us back for the copper or bronze short sword. I don't want that more than I want the copper one. We're gonna only 11? Okay. I mean, that really isn't so bad. We just gotta make a lot of money relative to the level we're at and how much we have on hand. I do like the hide graphics. That is kind of nice. I think that might have been a rogue. Running that way. I know that we get some sort of hide too, but not as good as the rogues. We're probably going to be grinding some coin. I don't think. Do I have anything turned in? We can get this out of our tailoring kit. I mean, technically, we could buy another satchel, which we should probably do. Okay, we don't need that. We can put the tinkering tools inside the bank. We don't need that exactly. Okay, yeah. All right. We will put the research assistance bag in there just for now. Hopefully I don't forget about it when going back to Phelan Drill to try to finish my class quest. I need one more level before I can actually really do it on my own. Something tells me I am gonna forget about it. Take a look at the shady vendor, see what deals we have. Oh, weighty sharpening stone. We can buy that for 7 copper. So I actually figured that out. I figured out you can... Figured out how to, actually how to turn a rusty weapon into a tarnished weapon. I think they sell... I don't know if it's,
What? Huh?
Probably should have brought the brittle stone. We'll see. Over there and knock it out. Oh yeah, so one of the things, it was really quiet yesterday. I was like, oh yeah, it's kind of quiet. So what I did was in my chat setting, and I had to do this because I was getting too many solicitors and too many ad bots coming in. So I had to set it to email verification and phone, and you also had to follow it. There's no time limit; you just had to follow it too, like chat. So the other thing. So what I did was I was like, okay, well maybe that's too much. So I took that back. I took at least you can now just chat without being a follower. I think that's, and then just have phone verification, email verification. I think that's, we'll try that out and see how it works. If it doesn't, then I'm gonna up the chat security, chat requirements. Fine with people talking to me. Random people talking to me who don't like following people. Need another bag? I think I do. Okay. So I don't really need anything. I need to go to the blacksmith. That's what we were doing. And I got sidetracked by telling you that story. Last few days, I mean, it's been hard for me to speak, and I don't know why. And then I get nervous. I'm like, I gotta stop getting nervous. Because we're doing this for fun, right? Okay, we can do the brittle weight stone. I don't think we need it though. Probably I don't want to do that. All right, so it doesn't say anything about. No, that is that's the forge. I need the anvil. Anvil's what I need. Alright. We were just in here. And I believe this is what we do. Doesn't combine into anything. Is this already rusty? Huh. Yeah, that's weird. Should be the weighty sharpening stone. Alright, well, I mean, I know I did it on my Spellblade with this short sword, so not sure what's going on there. I had plans to show you all about that trick, but it just wasn't doing it. I mean, it's the same premise of using the tanning rack. You just put it in there and you hit combine. You don't select anything. And I like how they did that, but they need to give us like a hint or two. Or even if it's going to work, because it wasn't working on a two-handed spear, the sharpening stones, for whatever reason, but a short sword was able to be crafted. Tarnished short sword was able to be crafted. So, we don't got anything to sell. What am I doing? I think I went in here to get the rested bonus. Take a look at our copper longsword. We got 12 minutes on there, so I don't think we have any other sharpening stones on us to do, but we can get them from the shady vendor. Who's over here? Just all over the place today. Last 3 days I've been kind of like not okay, I guess. Spastic? Scatterbrain? By like 2. That's fine. We'll take that, put that on there. Alright, so if it's not the weighty sharpening stone, because I know that buffs the rusty mace, maybe it's a brittle sharpening stone that actually turn that into a tarnished mace. Let's find out. Do one last test on it, and then if that doesn't work, we're just gonna sell it. But typically, this is how I play. It's not necessarily linear. It's like, oh, wait a minute, let me go do this. Oh crap, I forgot about this. Let me go do that. So what ends up happening is like I get halfway out into the wild and I'm missing something and I forgot to do something, or so I want to make sure that like every task I got is completely done within the city before I head back out adventuring. And to me, that's fairly immersive. That pulls me in to the game where I'm. There we go. Okay, awesome. So it was a brittle sharpening stone. So I don't know what happened to the. All right, so that's really cool. Okay, that's dope. I like that. Sell it anyways. That's how you do it. You brittle sharpening stone, and then you just hit bind, and then it will make you a tarnished mace. Wait, and it's already a trivial task, so like you don't have to like train in blacksmithing, and it doesn't give you experience either. It's already trivial to everybody, which is fine. I like how that's like a little hidden trick. But I wish like they would at least jot that down somewhere. So if you're reading and paying attention and you're looking more into information about it, and it could be in the game. you'll be able to figure it out that you can do that. Right now, it's just kind of like trial and error, or once you figure out how one crafting station works, and then you can apply it to the others. So 13. Bronze short sword, that's the one I need. Bronze longsword, 36. So yeah, we wanna. So if we can't kite and we can't skirmish around the map, and we have to take on the mob, we want to be doing as much damage as possible, the fastest way we can. So I think going down to a short sword might be a bit better as far as damage output. So what does the copper longsword do? 8 damage. Okay. So we need to grind for money, so we'll go to Shaded Dunes and we'll hunt some mobs. Seems like there's a lot more players on than a few hours ago. I was looking at some of the updates, and they banned 40 different people over an exploit. And I think it was the money exploit. I mean, you win a raffle, right? You win, you know, to get into this game. A game that you want to play, and you screw it up by doing that. And what I take from what the development wants us to do is not to break the game, but just to play the game. So if you find an exploit, you should report it.
Huh?
Don't just use it. You gotta report it. Because there's a lot of background tests that they're doing. Seeing what we're doing as players. That is a bit satisfying, is just one-shotting a mob from range. So that's probably why the recurve bow is harder to make. Doesn't do as much damage as the longbow. But the attack rating is lower, meaning we shoot faster. And we're not really, yeah, it's like I don't even care about leveling right now. I just really want to get loot. Night Harbor, that could be a little bit hard to do. Does feel really nice. And I always seem to forget my rested buff. Always. Yeah, it seems like we need faster weapons. And that's why, like, one of the reasons why I kind of, like, jump around on alts and play them is you might discover new things about the game that you can apply to other characters. think there are invisible mobs. I'm just not sure where. I've been over there, but I haven't found any yet. I think it's like more over here. I mean, that really should be my opener. And when you get the high ground bonus, if we're at a higher level, we do more damage. That's alright. I mean, alright buff, but I mean, it seems like it's really hard to take advantage of. Yeah, that needs to be my opening shot. I don't think that was a kill steal. I think that was... I think that was legit. I don't think you can loot it. So yeah, I think it was me. I think I got the kill because I did more damage. I mean, he was running off to get healed, man. Like, I couldn't really tell. Oh, maybe he did get the kill. I don't know. Well, either way, it helped him, I guess. Alright, well. let's take a look at our inventory. Alright. I mean, that's pretty good. Look at that, that's cool. I think that might be an Inquisitor. That's pretty dope. Man, I can't wait for them to, like, revamp more classes. I mean, I gotta say, I really enjoyed the Spellblade when I was on it. I haven't been on it for long, but I mean, it feels good. At least compared to the Archer. I mean, the Archer, I think the only thing that I'm not really liking is the traps. It's not like the building, it's like, okay, well, you know, I spent like hours looking for that in Phelan Drill, and I couldn't find anybody, but Night Harbor, it's there. I mean, that's fine. It gives you a reason to go visit, but these things are kind of a pain in the ass to get. I mean, it's not necessarily a hard requirement to, you know, just wait out the travel time, and I get that. But it's the travel time and then gathering the components. But I think we need money. That was a good drop. That does feel really nice. I still want to try out Beastmaster, even though they haven't touched it yet. I think that's going to be one of my next playthroughs. want to get the archer to level 10. See how it does.
Oh.
Alright, let's head in and turn in everything to the cook. At least most things. Does the shifty gnome have anything interesting on him? I guess it depends on what I mean by interesting. Nothing that's going to help us, that's for sure. I was on here earlier just buying stuff off the shady vendors and flipping them. Almost did the cook. It does, I mean, for what it's worth, I mean, this game is still somewhat relaxing to play even when you're streaming. And I guess when you're streaming, the issue is, for me, it's like somebody looking over your shoulder. I mean, that's fine, but like... I feel like I really need to like keep talking, and sometimes I just don't want to. I just kind of want to play. So that's why this morning I like really got into the Spellblade. I was like, oh, this is really fun. Not that I don't mind talking. Some days are just gonna be shorter than others, especially if I feel like I'm like, ah man, I'm just kind of not feeling it today or this week. Fat fur we can turn into something else. Alright, so raw bat meat is at 2 copper. If we save the raw rat meat. Raw bat meat. Alright. This is going to be the same process as sharpening stone. They didn't remove it, they just hid it. For whatever reason. And I think it's a trivial task, so you can just cook the meat. You're not going to get any cooking skills, but... Does this do anything, though? Alright, well, cooks out there, you're going to have to tell me. I know in EQ, like if you got your brewing like all the way up, you would have like these really good temporary bonuses. But at the same time, you would have to level up your alcohol tolerance because you would get drunk in the game, and it warped your. I think it warped your view. If you got drunk, you couldn't really see. I think they should still do that. I think that should be a really good option. Like, hey, you can drink this, but you don't have alcohol tolerance. That would be good. Alright, so yeah, cooked bat meat, we went from 2 to 5, so that's how you raise the price. Very good. Yeah, we can get rid of the bad eye. Rat teeth. Oh, we'll save the scarab leg. Bone chips, how many bone chips do I have? Just one? Okay, well. We can turn in the raw rat meat. Do we really want to, though? Do we... So I guess we don't need... rations, but I mean, it's nice to have rations. Especially here. Because if you've been following the stream, I mean, we've been going to, well, we've been mainly out of Valandrill, and then I couldn't find like a merchant or any turning quest that you could do for rations, so you would actually have to buy them. I mean, they're not terribly expensive, but it's something that you do have to keep in mind. However, you do make more money up there. Now, I'm wondering if rattlesnake skin can be tanned. Can it? Is this a possibility? Nope. They used to be worth 25 copper, and now they're not. And I feel a little sad about that. Just a little sad. Now it's just 7 copper. So that, because we really just need the money right now. See if he has anything interesting on us, or on him. Nothing on him right now. Take a look at leatherworking, because we are eventually going to have to level this up. Where my bracers at? Rawhide, patch rawhide. Yeah, I can probably... Yeah, that would be an upgrade. Need some cloth padding. Some rough thread. Okay, well. I only know of one weaving station in the city, and that's north. I haven't found anything over here. So since we need to go north anyways to turn all those in, we'll check in on that. Stonehead arrow. There we go. Oh. There we go. So when I start using the copper arrows, I can salvage the arrows and make them last longer. Just gotta remember to do it because, I mean, it's really not worth it for like wooden arrows or stonehead arrows because you can just make those fairly easily. You start getting into copper and the metalworking, it's when it starts to get a little bit more tedious. We're checking in on the Weaver. Oh, neat. Okay, well, we can do this. Alright, what do we need? We need 2. Oh, no, I don't need that many. I don't need that many. I don't need that many. I thought, why did I... Okay, well, I have 3. Alright, well... That is unfortunate. Do we need rough thread? I think we need 1 rough thread, and then we'll sell them after. Sell the spider webs. Sell these. Do I want to sell these? I mean, sure, I need to know. Sell the bone chips, I don't care. Okay, alright, there we go. We're gonna hunt some jackals for their pelts. Because it's incremental progress. Even though it's like 1 AC difference, I mean, it's better. Those do add up. Where are my shoulder pads at? Okay, rawhide shoulder pads. Alright, very good. Oh. See, I could have fixed that. this somewhere else. He's in here. Alright. Let's see. Yeah, alright. And these torches are worth like 18 copper each. At the survivalist. Take a look at the inventory situation here. Alright, I still got some room for things. I mean, technically these should be, these are all small items, smaller items. Oh wait, no, they were in the right place. Yeah, that can only go in the satchel, that can only go in the satchel. Can this go in the pouch? That can go in the pouch. Okay, and then this can go over here. Alright, inventory hero. With the archer, I mean, yeah, you're kind of limited on inventory space, because I am planning to get a back liver. I think that's like 10 or 11 silver. We need to find jackals. I think it'd be too much experience, but more bars left. Level 8. 8's a big one. At least for most classes. I know with the shaman, well, we gotta play shaman again. Damn it. Like, alright, shaman's alright. I mean, it's not terrible. I'm just not, like, used to it. I was figuring it was supposed to be a bit more robust. But then again, they haven't taken a look at it yet. I don't see any of them. Alright, let's go into the next zone over, see what we can find. So we have 3 silver right now. It's free money. I'm assuming the hip quiver and the back quiver stack. At least they should. Let's see, what is the range taste? 10%. Okay. Well, so we go in the next zone. We're gonna go in the next zone. I think the other issue is that there was kind of a mix-up where they, I guess, spells required intelligence to do damage, and wisdom was just pure healing. They walked that back a bit and said, well, no, actually, shamans get their damage based off of wisdom, which I think is a good choice. That's how I thought it worked. I was like, oh, I'm not doing magic spells, I'm doing shaman stuff, so wisdom. So we'll have to try shaman again here really soon. So I do like buffing people. Buffing people is pretty cool. When I get speed of the wild, that's gonna be fun. Seeing any jackals.
Oh. Ah.
We're not having too much luck right now. Shame. Well, in the meantime, we'll grind for loot and sell that. Hey, alright. I don't see any out here. Unfortunate. Is that a pet or is that guy getting chased down? No, it's his pet. We don't have to worry about that. Try to help people when you can. and my lovely wife joins us again. Hope you're doing well. You know, it's always great when your spouse supports your hobbies. That is certainly a blessing if I can get a little bit spiritual with everybody. And I'll leave it at that. So satisfying. Jackals, alright. 3 of them.
Oh.
Take a look at my skills here while this is going on. It's gotten longer as time has gone on. There we go. Got at least one pelt. I'm not seeing any. She was gonna attack me anyways. I think it's a sheep. You can hardly hear me. How's that? Alright. Alright. Yeah, so I gotta figure out like the I wasn't looking at the... Somebody was on YouTube, and they were chatting with me, and I didn't realize it. I rarely get people talking with me, so, you know, it's like, oh, there's people chatting with me. Oh, sorry. Yeah, so... I really need to remember to, like, really be close to the mic. Because I think that's kind of like the better way of doing things. Unless... that might be better. Alright. I think that might be better. Let me go ahead and make sure everything's... for some reason it feels like there's only one... Alright, there we go. Had to reset it. That feels... that's a lot better, alright. I think so. I just can't move too far to the right. Or too far to the left. Gotta be like right in the middle. You tell me how that sounds. Yeah, I definitely need to be I'm not on my A game today. I think that sounds... yeah, I think that sounds a lot better. At least for me, I mean. Yeah, so, okay, so I mean, like, you learn new things every time you broadcast. Certain settings might be better. Microphone, I mean, it's a good microphone, I just don't know. I guess I would have to scoot in like closer, and I don't really want to do that. I mean, I could try, but I think this is a good setting. Let me check the other ones. Let's try that. Okay, that seems better. That seems like a better... okay. Alright, that's way better. Alright. Even better than before. I'm assuming that's Vince Joel's. Hey, pal, I'm sorry that I didn't see that. Appreciate you coming in and chatting, though. So you have to forgive me. I am a new broadcaster. I mean, I've been broadcasting for like 10 months, so I mean, but you know, majority of that time I didn't have access to Monsters Memories, and that was the one I was just like, you know what, I really just want to broadcast this and get my thoughts and opinions out and what my experience was with EverQuest. Because you know what I was seeing, like, I'm seeing a lot of like weird stuff come out, and I don't want to elaborate on that too much, but I mean, there's people out there I really disagree with, like what their takes on the game are, and so part of it is like getting kind of pissed off at the streaming community, just a little bit. I'm like, I don't think you know what you're talking about. At least down this particular area. But others is like, you know, being inspired by others. Class and Cool, those EverQuest Classic, Slayheim. I mean, these guys are, you know, regular dudes just doing what they love. And I was like, you know, why can't I do that, right? Besides, you know, I'm doing something important. Trying to get my crew recognized for the things they did in their deployment. Some are fairly prestigious medals. And so one of the things in the GWOT, which is Global War on Terrorism, whether you're in Iraq or Afghanistan, if you were like a platoon sergeant, I think and above, you automatically got like a Bronze Star for meritorious service, and like okay, like that's cool and everything. But that distinguished like a Bronze Star with V device, Valorous device. And so that award became more prestigious. So I mean, if my rally commander did some crazy things, that I think he's entitled to have a serious look at it by the Army. I think he meets the criteria of a Silver Star, which is gallantry under fire. I mean, that's our nation's second highest award, and if my platoon sergeant just got it for, you know, being there, I think my Bradley commander is entitled for a review for his actions that have gone unrecognized for 20 years. I think that's, yeah, this is a lot better. My God, why didn't anyone say anything except for this guy? And so like this game does relax me a little bit, so like I kind of like get away from the microphone, and I really can't do that. Alright, so next stream is going to be much better than the last stream, and I think every time like I stream I get improved. I'm like, oh, you know what? I was kind of like last two streams I was just kind of like running out of ideas to talk, and I mean like part of it is trying to like keep the conversation going, even though you're talking into the void. You're trying to not mess up as much. You're trying not to stutter as much. There is a bit of a fear talking to the world, right? Like the wide web or the World Wide Web, right? Like anybody can hear this. People have seen it. Now some people have left comments. Like that's cool. If you have any constructive criticisms, I would certainly more than willing to be open to them. But I kind of want to do at least how the stream is set up my way. That's authentic to me. And like another thing is like some of the other streamers are just like, for whatever reason, come off as really inauthentic. And so what I do say is that, look, I'm a community member first and a streamer second. Like, I don't really care about getting big. I do care about public outreach for what I'm doing right now, and working on my public speaking abilities. And even if you're here and just watching the VOD or sitting in the chat room, you know, I appreciate that. I appreciate you allowing me to talk to you, even though you're just like not saying anything. That's cool, because you're helping me try to work on my public speaking abilities. Because like one of the things that like I enjoy when I'm in college or now university is that there's some professors, philosophy professors, that you walk into class and they're able to just give this very eloquent lecture seemingly off the top of their heads. They're not referencing notes or anything. They're just talking. And so I mean, obviously that comes with experience, but I mean I want to get to that point. I realize people are not going to be here to like listen to philosophy. They're going to be here trying to see the game. So I'm going to try to keep other things a little bit to the minimum as much as I can. But if like there's nobody in chat, there's nobody in the waiting room, I think I'm going to do that. So if like I don't see anybody there, I don't see anybody in YouTube or any other platforms, then it's just me. I think that's what I'm going to do. So, anyways, it's a long-winded story saying like, hey, thanks for watching the VOD, or sitting in the chat, whatever platform you are on. What I did see with Slayheim's stream that I interacted with it, I was like, oh, he's got all of his chat channels in like one chat channel, and that's what I kind of need to. That's kind of what I need to do. And my wife is in YouTube now. And hello, babe. Can you hear me better? Does it sound better? And what I gotta do is I gotta shift the. We'll take a quick break at the 2-hour mark, and then I'll shift things around here so I can see the chat better. And hopefully, like again, like if I missed your chat earlier and you walk in and you watch the VOD, I do apologize. I will say that at the beginning of the next stream or when I come back later. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at the traps. All right, we're gonna take a look at what we need. I still don't know where I get rope. So I'm going to look that up, because I know that's for the net shot. Net shot does a disruptive interrupt, which is good for like casting mobs. And you can kind of control the battlefield a little bit, like, oh, I got an incoming mob. There's net shot. No, you don't. At least for like however many seconds it lasts. Well, I appreciate that, babe, but yeah, I kind of didn't answer a guy earlier, and I kind of feel bad. Oh, I gotta do this. Right? Okay. I don't know why I didn't do that earlier. Alright, so I think we got... That's why we needed all these. We needed to figure out schematics. We needed chompers, we needed copper string, and it... Okay. And we got that, so... Yeah, so we did pretty good. Let's go ahead and, well, you know what we can do? We'll buy that. We'll buy that. We'll buy that. And that'll be good enough for now. Where's the other one? Where's the other one? Okay. Alright, so the tinkering kit I left in the bank, and we're gonna go take a look at that, at what the chompers and the copper wires, because we took a look at the traps and they require like these weird things that we didn't know how to make, and I looked on the merchant, and there they all were, but they were schematics. So now we're gonna take a look at what the subcomponents of the trap are. How resource intensive they are. I don't think they said in their blog post about the update. It's not requiring too much.
Yep.
You just got to know where the vendor's at, which doesn't seem like it's in Phelan Drill. Alright, chompers. Okay, so 1 copper bar, copper spring, copper wire, miniature bell, okay, copper bar, and then a pressure plate. Immobilizing trap, we got bronze hinges. Oh. Okay. I mean, I don't know, guys. Devs. It seems like a lot to go through to get, like, an ability that we should have. Like, I would try to simplify that a little bit more. Like, if we have it, we should have access to it, at the very least. Because now I gotta find tin, and I don't know where tin is at. That's the problem. No, we want that. Alright, we're gonna head up to the cook. We're gonna grind some more money out. Because we need to figure out how to make traps. We need all the component pieces. At least we now gotta know how to make them. So, at least first impressions aren't that good with at least this aspect of the archer. I think this needs to be tightened up a little bit. We can turn in the bone chips. Alright. That sounds like fun. And we need to go over there anyways to check out the survivalist trainer. Or vendor. Survivalist vendor. Still haven't had time, at least in this stream, to take a look at the alchemy. And the alchemy can be really important. Just like, let's take a look at our copper longsword. We lost the buff, so we gotta use another sharpening stone. Sharpening stones give 2+ strength, and that's it's kind of a big deal. Just sell the resin. I'll keep the wood. Now I got one more silver. I can now buy one more schematic. Like if you're gonna make, I don't know, guys. Like if you're gonna make a yeah, I don't know. I kind of have mixed feelings about the traps. I mean, archers should absolutely get them. But I don't know about the implementation. Seems like a little bit too much work. Like, oh, hey, like, because you're gonna resource gate it anyways into like higher level zones, then why not? I don't know. It's definitely more immersive for sure. Okay, we got a miniature bell. I did not get a pressure plate, so I will buy that. Okay, so we got the basics of the tinkering skill down. There's like only a 5% chance it'll actually consume, so I mean they should last a while. But I feel like the subcomponents are a bit tedious to get. Yes, the bank. The bank because my tinkerer kit's in there. Alright. I can just run it out of the bank. Okay. Alright, so we got chompers, copper spring, miniature bell, and a pressure plate. What's the alarm trap? Okay. We can certainly make that. Bronze hinges. Hinge, or bronze hinge. We'll take a look at blacksmithing. Now I'm kind of paranoid about people chatting. So again, Just a reminder, if I don't see your chat and I'm just kind of talking into the wind, and just to give me a moment, I promise I'll get to you. I promise. Like, I kind of feel bad. Like, I don't mean to ignore people, you know, like... I don't know if I should feel too bad because, like, you know, I'm kind of having fun as well. All right, so it's a bronze, copper, bronze hinge. You can now make enchanted stuff, which is nice. So there's a 2 stam, 2 int plate helm. I'm assuming that might be for the Inquisitor, right? Because I think Inquisitor has intelligence. Okay, I mean, this one makes more sense. So the chainmail is 2 stamina, 2 wisdom. That's definitely a shaman. So I'm gonna have to figure out something. Dang. Copper fasteners, copper plate, copper strips. The chopper. Okay. I mean, we're gonna have to do something. Alright. That's why I mean, like, okay, like, that's a little bit... Unless the hinge is on the merchant, because if it's not, then kind of bullshit. I mean, I guess it's not bullshit. I mean, it's like I have to level up blacksmithing just to get that. I mean, I could talk to someone, but like, again, like I don't have money for that. Like I have 40 copper, right? Like it's... So, I mean, either way, I'm going to be grinding up money. And that's just really what it's going to come down to. We're going to check one more time and then we're going to head out. Huh. What's down here? I think this was closed off before. Time to explore. Ooh, this is big. This is real big. What is this? Is this an arena? Interesting. That's cool. Yeah, I don't mind, like, I don't want to go down there because I'm probably sure it's like PvP. And I think that, like, in like select areas, and that was the way it was in EverQuest. Like in a really like niche select area, you had like an arena that you could battle everybody with. PvP would be turned on, and you would just fight. Sorry, you would get flagged for. Let's see. Let me double check something here, just so I am in the clear mind about it. Alright, well, it's saying to engage in carpentry or stone cutting for the bronze hinges, so I'm gonna check that out really quick. I mean, it's gonna kind of suck that we're not able to like access one of our traps that we bought, and we're at level 4. maybe in carpentry. But I would have to. I don't think there's a woodworking bench around here, at least in Night Harbor, or a carpentry table. Alright, so we're just gonna go out and grind some more coin. We'll do that when we come back, because I gotta take a break. It's the 2 hour mark. I might go through for another hour or so. We'll see how I'm feeling with the archer. If I'm like super disappointed, I might hop on the spell blade just for a change of pace. We'll see. But thank you for joining me. I just need to take a break, contact the wife, you know, be an adult. Oh, there we go. Alright. Alright guys, I appreciate it. We're just taking a break here, like we usually do. I will be back in like 30 minutes. So I will see you then.
Yeah.
Alright, we are coming back. Thank you for everybody who stuck around. I appreciate that. Alright, we're continuing on with the archer. I believe we were looking at the tinkering, and I'm just not really liking it. I'm gonna be honest. The alarm trap is easy to make. It's just this bronze hinge that I need. I'm not sure where I would get those. Yeah, so I think I've seen a complaint before with this. Alright. Alright, so what we'll do is we'll go out, we'll grind a little bit more, and then and then we'll switch over to Spellblade. I'll end the stream and I'll start a new stream. Might just want to log off, or just log off, and I'll play the Spellblade myself, because I do like the gameplay. Because, you know, I need some me time with the game, unfortunately. I wish I had the wherewithal to share it all day, but I know. It's kind of like someone looking over your shoulder. There we go.
Huh?
I forgot to pause myself, so that's alright.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
And so my strategy right now is just to grind out as much money as I possibly can. I might even have to take a trip back to Evershade. Yeah, so there's just like certain things about the Archer that I really do like. I mean, there's some really good direction with it. The shortcomings are the crafting aspects of the build. I think it's okay to have crafting aspects, at least it's just like a kind of like a low bar, like if there's gonna be like an archer portion of the guild, then there needs to be supporting vendors around it. You know, at least for beta, so we can easily test it. But like the issue is that like it's kind of like it's not kind of like, but I mean it is very obtuse, very opaque on how the crafting systems all work. I still don't know where to get rope to make one of my special arrows. I still the other issue is trying to get access to bronze to make a trap that I want. Can't get that yet. Unfortunately, that's just how it is. So, I mean, those are the downsides I see with the archer, but the archer itself, in other aspects, is doing really good, especially with these skirmisher stance. It's just the crafting aspects that I'm not really enjoying. Wish I did. Depends on what I really want to do next with the archer. I mean, I think I want to go for the quiver, if that's the case, or the back quiver. If that's the case, then I should probably head back to Evershade. I don't see a real purpose in staying here unless... Yeah, let's go for the back quiver and try to get that recurve bow build, as well as getting a short sword to my liking. I think that those are going to be the next steps for this character. So we'll just head back over to Balendrill. I don't know the boat times right now. But hopefully one comes in soon. I mean, it's not that difficult to go there. Also, what's that? I don't know what the town is called right before we reach Evershade. I mean, we can go there and we can level. We just got to be careful because there are levels or mobs that are at our level or lower in that zone. But there's also like a lot of like high level mobs peppered in there, so we just gotta be kind of like careful of where we go. We don't want to risk it too much. Although, before I go, and I almost forgot, because we do have a class quest we can do. We'll talk to our banker friend here. I'll take this back. It's fine. We'll deal with those items another day. Alright. Yeah, why not? Let's do some cooking. more. Cook. There we go. Okay. And it's just time to leave the hustle and bustle of the city. I have everything I need. Onward to the docks. I mean, it still kind of makes me giggle that people recommend noobs grind in Salt Breeze Park. Look how many bats there are. Not a whole lot of mobs. I feel like people suggest that as kind of like fluff for like their videos, and it's a bit irritating to watch. I'm like, oh, this is really bad advice. Like this shouldn't be. You shouldn't be saying that. You really shouldn't be saying that. The only reason why you're saying that is because of Adderall. I sound salty about it. I mean, well, living up to my namesake. But look, I mean, the developers have like a very specific vision for this game. It's not like there's any wiggle room at all. I mean, there's some that, like with the map, they're not really sure what they want to do. But I'm not going to go as far as to say it's like, oh, you know what? Since we have third-party maps, we should just have maps in game. Like, I don't think that's okay. Or at least not like magical maps that, you know, that are like GPS. Like, I don't think you should have that. At least, I mean, like, you know, I could possibly see, like, oh, you know what, we'll add like a magical map, and it's only for this particular area, and they're really expensive, and they take up an inventory space, and like, I can see, like, there's like a bunch of drawbacks to it, but you get a map, at least of like the city, right? I mean, you should be able to use it. So I mean, as long as there's like enough drawbacks to it, then like I think I'd be okay with it. But, I mean, I would prefer just, like, static maps, if they're going to add it to the game, static maps in the game. So you still kind of have to go off of landmarks, figure out where your position is. But because you do that already when you're consulting a third-party map outside of the game. In fact, I need to find out the boat schedule here. not really sure when they're gonna come in.
Huh? Huh?
Unless that's a ship right there, then it's... I mean, that looks like the ship, though. We will see. We will find out. I think this was a person. I'm tripping. Ah, boy. Is that just stationary flavor? Like... Oh, well. Luckily I picked swimming on my character.
Huh? Huh?
Yeah, that might just be stationary flavor. I mean, like, it's just like an object just out there. Because I think it should be moving by now.
Huh?
Alright, well. We'll go off and do something else then. We'll check it later. I mean, it does come around like dawn, right? Like the next one. So, I mean, at least early morning. As the high ground? Where did that rat go? Down here? Doesn't seem like it. Try that again. See if we can find anything.
Huh?
Oh, there it is. Okay. All right.
Huh?
I'm going back home. Back to Phalan Gel. I think it's this dock. Is it this dock or is it the next dock? Might be this one.
Huh?
Alright, it's gonna take a minute for this thing to depart. I mean, that's kind of what we signed up for, right? Not the most exciting gameplay, I know. well, I mean, I could... I mean, I could stream the rest of this. Yeah, why don't we do that? I mean, it's gonna take like 20 minutes to get there, anyways. So I'm gonna stop the stream for now. We're gonna be next time we pick up with this character, we're gonna be in Phelan Drill. I do appreciate everybody stopping by. Again, forgive me if I didn't get to your texts in time. I will try to be better about that in the future. Solved a few things, figured out a few things with the archer, like the traps, and this kind of a little bit iffy. I'm not sure I like the crafting component with the archer. At least some of it. So it just needs to be tweaked in that area. But other than that, the archers are great. So thanks for sticking by. Thanks for just being in the audience and just listening to me and, you know, yeah, or, you know, what am I trying to say? I'm trying to jabber on about a whole lot of nothing. It's gonna be, yeah, like I said, it was a shorter stream today. But I appreciate all of you. Thank you so much. And I'll see you out there.